Hi folks, it's Nick here again with our Toca 2 Blundering series as I go through the championship. Now we're at stages 7 and 8 from Brands Hatch, which is turning into a very quick championship just between me and Anthony Reid. He's got about 3 or 4 points ahead of me at the moment, so hopefully I can close that in and overtake this time.
So, next stop for the Toca entourage is our first visit to Brands Hatch.
It sure is.
And there are a few clouds around, but on the whole, it's not a bad day at all.
Well, I don't want it to rain here as we come up to qualifying. But Brands Hatch is in Swanley in Kent in the UK. The game Toca 2 was by Codemasters in 1999. Brands Hatch was first used as a motorcycle dirt track on farmland back in the 1940s, and it's come forward a lot since then. So this is the first time which I'll actually increase my downforce, I think. Not by much, but because the first corner on this, if from memory, if I get a slight tag, because I always start off slower than my opposition, I'll spin every time. I won't change anything else though, I don't think. Teammate for Renault, because I'm in the Renault team, my teammate is Alain Menu.
You could cut the atmosphere with a knife here as the drivers get ready for the all-or-nothing qualifying lap.
Yes, you get a point for being in pole position, but I'm not sure pole position will be much use to me here, because this corner is very awkward, especially in the wet. If I get tags, I can go from the start to the end. But a very short lap round Brands Hatch. Now we can pretty much floor it all the way through here. And at the end of this one, there's a very, very tight right-hand turn. And because my acceleration is really crap in the low gears, this is pretty much where they come past me here. A safe but pretty not very competent lap. Be surprised if this is pole position, but you never know. Where's that put us, Tiff?
So let's take a look at the full rundown of lap time.
So round 7 is the sprint race. Oh, I got pole.
An incredibly committed lap ensures another pole position for the new Renault
Well, what do you know? I didn't think that was going to happen. And third place is Anthony Reid, so there's a bit of a gap. My teammate didn't do very well there. So let's just jump into this straight away.
The drivers are ready then for the start
There's
of the
me in
sprint
pole.
race, so let's join them down on the grid.
Let's go for it. Right, I'm going to get a terrible start here because I always do because of the gearing. Maybe I should change it. So if I can get round this first corner without getting tagged or hit, I might lose a few positions. If I can get round, then it's game on. Well, no one's passed yet. One person's passed. Right, I lost one position. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. I don't know who that is through. Try and get him quite quickly on the inside. We're through. Right, it was Reid. He made a great start from third to first. So I seem to be doing a lot better in the feature races than the sprint race. So if I can get some good results on this one, which I've got a great chance now, I could well go into the lead of the championship. Just keep it on the circuit and hopefully it doesn't rain, because if it rains and you're on the wrong tyres, as we all know, it becomes a nightmare, especially round here. So these are my two worst bits of the track. This bit, probably could have taken that wider, but the back end just steps out. The rest of the lap isn't too bad. Although that's a tight bend, you can take that quite quickly. Through here, as long as no one's in your way, you can pretty much floor it. Got 2.5 seconds on Reid, so we're gradually getting away from him. But as I said in the last round, we can do with him having some few bad races. And this bend is a doozy as well. Never feel confident round here. So what we got? 7 laps. Already gone round the first lap, 4.5 seconds quicker than Reid. So car is a lot quicker, although crapper, round the corners. Well, it was always going to be the fastest lap. Lap 2 is always going to be quicker than lap 1, because you're starting from a standing start. I'll probably say this each round. Whoops! Yeah, that was bad. Turned in miles too early there, but anyway. It's going to be pretty hard to overtake me on this circuit when I get into the lead, unless I drive clean off. So just concentrate. This is probably a gimme. The clouds look quite grey, so I wouldn't be surprised if it rains at some point, either now or in the feature race. Yeah, steady. Held it steady. 5 seconds to read still, so held that quite steady. A bit too much to ask for, but I really hope someone can get past him. He's looking the favourite to win the championship, isn't he, folks? But you never know. I might be able to get him. So this sprint race is starting off quite dull, really. Didn't get tagged. First time in ages. And I've just gradually, well, I wouldn't say accelerate away, because that gap between me and Reed is staying quite constant. But we're holding it stable. We're coming up to the end of lap 4. Just 5, 6 and 7 to go, and then we're on to the feature race, which involves pit stops, of course.
3 laps to go, repeat, 3 laps
Well, I think I can hang on to it for 3 laps. I've got the luxury of being able to take that first bend extremely slow. Wouldn't be able to do it if there's people behind me, because I'd get hit round the back every time. I'm not going to do the cockpit view at all in these races, because I find that too tricky. Visibility is best, I find, with this bonnet view. Chase view feels a bit too arcadey. I want to give it some kind of realism. I don't think I'll be lapping anyone, not on the sprint race. Whoops! Oh, that was well wide. Quite lucky not to lose the car there. Don't want to be too cocky, but this looks pretty much textbook. Plain sailing here, but 7.3 seconds from Reed. 6 and 7 to go. This may very well be the shortest lap in the championship, I think. I think we may revisit Brands Hatch in this. Can't quite remember how many rounds there are, but this is round 7. And in this upload, we'll certainly be looking at rounds 8 as well. So you get 2 rounds a time. Just keep scoring points, that's the main thing. Just keep scoring those lovely points. Toca Touring Cars, Codemasters, 1999. These aren't brilliant laps, but they're enough, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's almost 3 seconds slower than my best lap there, but doesn't need to be brilliant. Seems to be keeping steady, around about 7 seconds to read. Last lap.
Final lap, repeat, this is the final lap.
Final lap. I can probably just poodle round here, really. This should be quite easy. I'm quite confident then for the future feature race. I've been finding that a bit easier. As long as nothing crazy happens, and it always could do. But a fantastic game this. A big leap off Toca Touring Cars 1, which in itself wasn't too bad, although a bit basic. There's a problem where all the cars on the very last lap in the race drove like it was a parade lap or something. So you could make out loads of positions on the last lap. Coding error, I think. Right, first place, people. That's a good start. Good start. Round 7. Boom. I'll settle for that. Before I was coming 3rd or 4th. Don't think we'll view a replay. Right, straight in.
Let's take a look then.
Yeah, Reed was second, and an easy second from John Cleland.
Really
my teammate moved up from 9th to 4th.
With another victory to
need him to do a bit more, really. I need him to take points off Reed. Binkcliffe last. Hoy didn't do too badly. He got a point there for 10th. And his teammate Baird. Right, on to the feature race. After I collect my trophy. And that's important, isn't it? I need the trophy. Hooray! Yeah, great. I've done great. It's the same old crowd again. They seem to be at every race standing in exactly the same positions. But well done them. They're the fans. I'm trying to save it, but I think that just... Yeah, I think this just saves your setup, I think. I'll have to remember to change that back for the next race. I don't think it defaults back, but we got ever so slightly more downforce we had in the other races, only because the car seems to flip out all the time.
Anything could happen here today, with the new rules adding tension and drama to both the days.
Right, so good so far. I got pole, so a point there, and we won the race. So maximum points. And it wasn't the perfect lap last time, so let's see if we can get pole again. Must have a chance of it. That was better than last time. That wasn't brilliant, but we didn't lose too much. I think it's quicker than last time, I think. Just keep it on the track. It's not raining qualifying. Power it down here. Now the braking point's always tricky around here. I think I might have broken too early again. Floor it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I think it's going to be pole position again. Pole position.
So let's
Good
take a
stuff.
look at the full rundown.
Well,
of lap
I hope it's
time.
pole position. There we go, pole
An
position.
incredibly committed lap ensures.
I knew it'd be
another
pole position. The lap time
for
was
the
quicker
new
than
Renault
before.
driver.
Where's Reed? Reed's had a mare. He's 10th. Right, we've got a chance here. This is a chance to capitalise. Reed is down in 10th. Although this is a feature race, he might make up a few places.
And the weather has stayed very much the
Good.
same for this.
We want the weather to stay good here.
The feature race is just about
Man,
to
this is a
start,
good chance.
so let's get
This is a
down to
great
the track.
chance of getting to lead the championship. Hope nothing goes wrong. Right, didn't get tagged in the first race. I hope we won't get tagged in the second race. Car bogged down slightly. Damn it, it is as quick as before. Lost 2 places. Yeah, this is much slower start than before. I'm getting edged wide. Right, I lost 5 places off the start, but I'm still on the track. That's well aggressive. Into third. Let's get past John Clend on the inside. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Past me. That's fantastic. 2 corners after a terrible start. Right, just hold on to it. Hold on to it. Oh my word. Nightmare. That was way too aggressive. Uh-oh. Ouch. Oh. I think that'd be the end of your race normally. But what do I know? I'm no structural mechanic. And it shows. Yeah, I mean, that'd be me probably injured or dead and the other bloke in big trouble as well. But anyway, we're still in 5th place somehow after all that. Behind Morbidelli. Oh, we've got Reed just behind us, so he's made up a few places. I don't care where we come as long as we're ahead of Reed. Might risk a few checks back in a minute. Hoy's past Reed. Reed's had a bit of a mare again. I might risk ducking into the pits here. Do an early pit stop after the end of this lap. It's worked on other races. And hopefully get past the other 4 with some quick laps with the undercut. Well, that's what I was going to do, but I forgot to come in. I went too quick round that corner. We'll do it the next lap.
You can pit any time from now.
Okay. Well, oh my god. I probably couldn't pick that last lap anyway. Good recovery, but I think Reed may have gone past. There's a 360-degree spin there. Oops. Oh, I'm being bashed. Oh my god, I'm being bashed all over the place. 10th, 9th. Well, this race is going to be eventful if nothing else. 9th. Oh, I might as well come in now. It's a good job I didn't start coming after lap 2. I don't think you could have come in then, judging by the announcements. That could have gone seriously, seriously wrong. Perhaps because of the short lap. This is a bit clumsy so far. Right, in. The windscreen's crashed. You can tell.
Down and look for the pit crew.
Repair the damage. 44% damage. Hopefully this pays off, and I want the weather conditions to stay the same because we're staying on slicks. Okay, boys, go as quick as you can. Stop. Oh, he's disappeared. He's come back again. He's a bit flickery in and out of existence, that boy.
Brake.
Right, we're 15th out of 16 cars. Right, let's come out here, put in some fast laps and whiz up the order. Is it started raining? It's starting to rain. Oh, that's a mare. I can't survive on slicks in the rain. That better stop soon. Oh my god. Man, was that the wrong decision. Right, second from last, and the car's not holding at all. Oh my god. Folks, where's the weathermen and oh, gone. I was lucky to hold on to that. We're in 16th place. Right, forget it. We're going to have to come back into the pit straight away, so it's another pit stop.
20 points from this race.
I think we've been lapped there by someone. And the car's gone again. This is absolutely hopeless. My championship's in tatters here. Right, new tyre. Wets or intermediates? Well, I'm going to have to risk intermediates and hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Come on. Come on. Where's my... Oh my god. If you didn't realise what happened there, Alan Menu, my teammate, had overtaken me. He's gone into the pits, so took up the pit lane. I couldn't stop because of that, so they sent me all the way through. So I'm still on slicks, on wet tyres, with no chance of getting round the lap. Now, in the real world, I would have just waited patiently behind. I'm not going to get any points. I'm not going to get any points at all now. Where's the safety car? Like, I'm being lapped by the field. Oh, this is embarrassing. This is my disaster race. This is definitely going to be my worst race of the championship here. I've been lapped and the car is just sliding all over the place.
Make sure you get out of the way.
And now I'm getting the get out of the way radio for lap. Oh dear. Well, the chances of coming in the top 10 and getting points now are absolutely nothing. 0 as it goes again. So I'm just going to have to hope to high water that Reed doesn't do very well. If I was feeling pretty evil, I'd drive the wrong way around the circuit and crash into Reed. But, you know, we'd probably get disqualified from the whole championship if we did that, and I think that's bad tactics at the best of times. Well, it's a pity you don't get a point for fastest lap here. Well, at least get onto the right tyres. What should we go on? Might as well go on to intermediates and have a bit of fun with it. But it's probably being that wet tyres are the right ones to go on, but we've got nothing to lose now. Right, the pit's clear. Hello again. So essentially this is 3 pit stops by me. It's cost me and a number of spins. I don't know what to say, people. This is a disaster race. Well, at least we won the sprint race. That's something at least. And it makes the rest of the championship interesting. But if Anthony Reid ends up winning this, we're going to be miles behind. Let's just have a bit of fun. See if we can unlap ourselves. But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we're more than... We could be about 2 laps behind on people. Which is a shame, because we're much quicker than these boys. It may have even stopped raining. No, it's still raining a little bit. Come on, I'm coming to unlap myself. Oh, I'm much quicker here. This is a travesty. Absolute travesty. Let me through. Right, yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm so much quicker. I may be able to come back. That's normally the corner I'm a lot slower at. I'm not letting anyone pass. No one's coming up to lap me. Right, that's quite a bit slower than my best lap. Even with intermediates, this car doesn't grip, but I turned in probably about half an hour too early anyway. Yes, it's a bit of a learning curve. I think, as I said on a previous vid, the weather conditions stay exactly the same each race, so it starts raining on exactly the same lap. Obviously, from when I last played it, I forgot when that happened and pitted too early. If I'd pitted a lap later, got in... That's getting a joke now. If I pitted a lap later and come in before Menu, I probably would have won this race quite easily. But I'm on intermediate, so I should be on wets. But I passed Karen now. It's definitely going to be last place, this. Worst race ever. Pointless coming in. What are we on? Lap 8 of 15. Let's just do this thing. It's a fairly short lap, so that saves us. It's gone again. This is the worst handling car I think I've ever been in. I mean, this game isn't easy anyway, but with the wrong setup, wrong tyres in wrong conditions, you know, extremely delicate. I have to put this perfect everywhere. Ease off around this corner. Normally I'd do this full pelt, but he's completely off the accelerator. This corner now particularly awkward. I'm sure I'll adjust my driving style as we go round. Be interested to see what my lap times are compared to the leaders at this stage, but 2 seconds slower than my best. Downhill. Pick the braking point here. Let's just see if we can do a lap without going off the track here. Yes. 1 second slower than my best. I'm not sure we're going to see any other traffic. I think we're going just quick enough for no one else to lap us, and just slow enough not to catch anyone up. Deary me. Well, I do think we come back to Brands Hatch later on in the championship. Might be the last round, so it might be a bit of a chance for an extra bit of redemption. Yeah, 1.2 seconds slower. That's not bad. Not terrible. That's probably the best I've ever done that. Well, best on this race I've done that. Let's see what the split's going to be. What, half a second down, do you think? A second down? Oh, really close. Just 3/10, and that's from when it was in the dry. So by picking different lines, gradually finding where the slightly better grip is, you can get slightly better. But now it's pretty much just a testing run for me, really, because 16th place, I'm pretty much confident I'm going to stay there. And curiously, we've gone quicker than we've ever done before. Why is that? Maybe the rain's easing off, who knows? Whoops, wasn't the fastest lap. We lost a bit in the last section. This is quite painful, isn't it? Hopefully I can unlap myself from a few people. But this is what Kent looks like. Lots of trees about the place. Swanley in Kent, that's where Brands Hatch is. It's come on a long bit of development since its dirt track days in the 1940s. I believe it first hosted a Grand Prix in the 60s. No longer hosts Grand Prix. Silverstone seems to have the contract now for the time being, at time of recording. Previous race was at Donington in this particular championship. There's been a Grand Prix there before as well. I think it was the European Grand Prix at that stage. But I'm just filling now, twiddling my thumbs. This isn't the most interesting race after all those muck-ups I done, but it makes the championship easier. I wish there was a button I could hit to see exactly where Anthony Reid is, because although I won the first race and he comes second, it's all, I think I took the lead then, but it's all when they tot up the scores where he comes here. I think if he comes anywhere in the top 5 or 6, he's going to be in the lead of the championship. But I'm just hoping, he scored well in every race, I believe. I'm just hoping he has a stinker like this at some point as well. It's best to get your stinkers out early. That's what they say. Do they? I might have made that up. So we've got laps 13, 14 and 15 to go.
3 laps to go, repeat.
That's pretty much what I just said, pit people. Do you still play this game, Toca 2? I hope you do. It's only recently I picked it back up again and I just forgot how brilliant it was. Hence this blundering, really, to try and get a hang of it, try and get a bit better. As well as the championships, there's also support championships. Well, we might cover that, who knows. If people want it, we might do it. We get to control minis and Formula 4 cars, I think. Let me know if you'd like to see that. We might cover it on the end of this championship. I might be hopeless at that as well. 2 laps to go. It's some salvage from the wreckage. I'm doing pretty consistent laps now. Oh look, we're catching up, people. But I think they've already finished the race. These people, they're not going into the pits. That's the thing with this game. I think they're about 2 laps ahead of me, but they don't go into the pits. They just drive around ridiculously slow, and that's the problem that Toca 1 had. They did this very slow lap even on their last lap, so it did it a lap early. Yeah, no, I'm not this quick. They've all finished, and they're just politely waiting for me to finish before they go into the pits. Oh dear, this now is a bit patronising of the rest of the competitors. Very patronising, in fact. I'm embarrassed. Well, I just want to get this over and done with now. See where the championship points are, and then dust ourselves off and have another go. But in summary, we were doing well. We made an early pit stop, went back onto dry tyres, The moment we come out the pits, it was raining. They were the wrong tyres. Had no grip, started spinning everywhere. Come back into the pits again, but Alan Menu had got ahead of us. He'd lapped us, in fact. And because he'd pitted, we couldn't get into the pit crew area. So I had to go round again, span like crazy, wasted loads and loads of time, got lapped by another load of people. Come in, risk going on intermediate tyres, because we didn't want to get slowed down. That was the wrong one again. Should have stayed on wets. And then we got this debacle. Yes, I know, I did a lot wrong, but that's the analysis of the race. Oh dear, 16th. I've had a nightmare. Won the sprint race, that was being my Achilles heel.
Here's how the
Oh,
race
John Cleland
finished.
won.
There was some great
Reed come
battles through
fifth.
the field, but crossing
Well, that
the
isn't
line
too
for his
bad. That's
first
damage
win of the
limitation,
season
I
was
think.
The 95 Toca champion John Cleland.
Leslie second, Morbidelli third. That was good for him in the Volvo.
An abysmal result there for the newcomer.
It was abysmal.
As he comes in last.
Yep, last. Thanks. That is horrendous.
So let's see how today's results affected the championship.
So we're
table.
4 points behind.
Well, it's not a big lead, but
We're well ahead of
out in
Leslie.
front is Anthony Reid.
Yeah, it's still between me and Reed again. That isn't too bad. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Not disastrous, although I could have been in the lead of the championship here. Oh, there's another cheat mode. Write that down. So, see you for the next rounds. I can't remember what track's next, but thanks for watching. Keep with me in the championship. Let's see if we can win this thing. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.